upper leg bone, which is right here. Okay. It's not back here where you're feeling it. So for now, stay away from there. You know, you're doing what you can to ice and go backwards. And I'm sure you're doing a little stretching of your own already. So right here at the top of the leg, there are, I'm going to speak in terms that I think anybody could understand. At the top of the leg, there are bands that go directly back to this area where you're hurting. And these bands could be anywhere along the top of this bone. It could be as far as, you know, all the way. So let me see if I can. So, the top of the leg bone. You know, you have to find where that is, okay? And you can get the bands. You have to stay right directly on that, on the leg bone. Here, let me find it better. It's kind of hard to do when you're upside down. Oh. So they go from the top of the leg bone, down here, to all the way back to here. So back here where you're hurting. And you can see why the pain is going down the outside of your leg, most likely. Or the front, kind of, even. Well, if the pain is coming down towards the front of the leg here, then the bands that you want that are loose, or that are going to be very sore once you get in there. And you'll know, because you'll feel it. It's sore in there. So the front ones need to be released at the top of the leg bone. The further back the pain is, if it's going down your leg towards the back, I would work this whole bone all the way back, around, all the way in, all the way around it. And you can even get to the inside of this upper leg bone right here, which may be causing issues all the way down your leg and into your lower back, because all of this is literally the tendons that are part of the IT band right here. It's like a hand that goes on your hip right here like this, and then it narrows out like this into other tendons and comes down your leg this way and goes all the way into your feet. So it's really important that you loosen this up all the way down, and you might do that in a jacuzzi or something with nice strong jets. You would need to do an hour on this leg and an hour on the other leg, and you have to cover every angle of this IT band that's connected to your hip here, because the back of the bands, I talked about the front a little bit now, going down, the pain coming down here, but now let's talk about the pain that's going down a little further back, and it would be a little lower on this band, the band in the back. So one of the bands on the upper leg, it would be towards the back of the leg more, because the bands come up this way towards the back over here, and then the pain goes down a little further back over here. So your pain could be going, it could stem from any one of these tiny, tight tendons, okay? And once you loosen up your leg all the way down, if you were having problems, like say walking for 3 or 4 hours at an amusement park, or just going somewhere with your kids or whatever, Disneyland, 3 hours all you can do, well, you should be able to do 9.5 hours, right? like you always have. So, you know, let's get you bending again. And it's not about just bending and stretching, okay? It's more about getting closer to the sore ligaments and tendons that are really close to the bones. All right, we're not talking about nerves right now. Sciatic pain, sciatica, forget about labels. Let's just talk about pain and where it is. Point to it, find it. Okay, if you can't find the pain and you're hurting all over, let's just say you're hurting on your whole lower back all the way across, you know, just you hurt here all the way across all the time and you can't bend. Well, first you need to start bending with a towel on your bed. Okay, and then you can graduate to a higher towel. Just keep rolling it up thicker and taller. Yeah, because you want to get your back to where you can bend backwards. You want this area to start, you want to create the curvature that you used to have here. Okay, right here. So once you do that, then you can approach, you know, you need to approach this here on the side of the leg bone. It's hard to find it unless I'm digging. If I'm really digging, you know, you need to dig around a little bit at the leg, the top of the leg, and you have to be very relaxed. Most likely you're going to be lying flat on the bed by this time, and you're going to approach the side of your hips here. You know, you can put something under here as well. So you have a rolled up towel and you're lying flat, let's just say. You haven't quite got where you can lay on your stomach yet, and you're only sleeping on your back or your side. So now it's time to roll up that towel really nice and tight again. And maybe it's a hand towel, you know, a smaller towel this time. It doesn't have to be a big O towel like we would use for your lower back, because most of us are wider through here. So take that small hand towel and roll it up real tight and put it underneath your hip when you're lying on your side, and put it right here, literally, because look, these are the tendons, right? This is the ones. This is the IT band, right? It goes here and it goes down the leg. So you need to get free here. This is where you want to be free. So if you do this, you open and close your leg, and you just kind of go across with your hands like I'm showing you now. This is the part that you want to put the towel horizontally this way, horizontally, okay? So, okay, so here's a towel. I'm just gonna roll it, I'm gonna fold it in half this way. Alright, and then we're gonna roll it up nice and tight. Nice and tight. Now, the tighter it is, of course, the more firm it's going to be. So it's your choice, you know, how firm you want it and how tall you want it. And what I mean by tall is from here to here. This is height right here. So this is why I recommend the towel, because you can make it whatever height you want. You can stop at this height if you want to, or you can keep rolling and make it a higher one. Now your back, you don't want to just have your back bending just this amount. That won't feel good to you, because if you're only lying flat, I'm talking to mostly people who can't even lie on their stomach yet. Okay, so you would probably go with a much lower, you know, maybe you could stuff a little pillow or something under here, you know, and make it more, you know, it needs to be somewhat firm to give you the right type of pressure in your lower back. If you can't lie on your stomach yet at all. Okay, so there, that would be more appropriate for somebody like that. Okay, and I'm going to show you. So you would be lying on your bed, right? I mean, yeah, some people can't even walk yet. They're just bedridden, so it's really important to get moving and bending again. Oh, that's so good. So good. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. The other night, dear, as I lay sleeping, I dreamt I held you in my arms. But when I woke, dear, I was mistaken. So I hung my head and I cried. And this is how you work on your neck. Oh, you can't even see. Anyways, okay. Anyway, you work on your neck. You put your hands like this towards the ceiling, and you bring your hands towards your chest. Now, if you can't do that, then we need to work on something else. So you can get your hands to move and bend, and your elbows and your shoulders. Because, you know, if you have a frozen shoulder, you might not be able to do this position. But eventually you will be able to if you take a look at some of the other videos, and you use your towel and roll it up and do the same thing between your shoulder blades.